Good afternoon, and well, welcome back. We're very sorry we've been away for a while, but we are back, and we've been working on some new stuff again. This time, 1978 Toyota LandCruiser FJ40. You could say now it's a BJ sort of 42. Came to us with a big hole in the block. It had a B-series, Toyota B-series diesel engine in it. And customer did complain that at its best on his 33-inch tires, he's got a 3-inch old man Emu suspension lift under it, 33-inch tires, he could not hold 45 miles an hour going into the wind. And for whatever reason, the B-series motor, which is a very renowned, reliable engine, didn't last for him. He blew a connecting rod and came right through the side of the block. Anyway, so of course, what do? Guess the question was, be or not to be? And in this case, it's not B, it's Volkswagen. I'll open her up here. Volkswagen 1.9 turbo diesel AAZ engine. The great big whopping 72 horsepower, 135, maybe 140 pound-feet of torque. We have pretty much used everything we could LandCruiser in there, except the LandCruiser's air breather. We're using the LandCruiser B-series alternator that has the vacuum pump built into the back of it, even though in this case we could use the vacuum pump built onto the back of the Volkswagen engine. There are no upgrades done to this motor whatsoever. Fitment, quite nice. Now what we did do is we got rid of the LandCruiser 4-speed transmission that was in here, and we took a 5-speed V6 Toyota 4Runner transmission, swapped it in, built a cross member. Luckily enough, the drive shafts actually worked. And with a little bit creative on the inside, we got the shifters back here in the same position, so we did not have to cut the floor. I'm going to drop down the hood here. And we have reconnected into his factory original exhaust, which is undersized. Would have been nicer again if it was bigger. I like 2.5 inch, but what we've got here is something that the previous owner had cobbled together and exits out somewhere in the neighborhood of maybe 1 3/4 inch. But we'll fire it up and go for a drive. Now once we're moving, this one will be hard to hear as I'm speaking, which maybe that's all the better that you won't hear me, because there is nothing in here that's fabric except for the seats. Everything is metal right down to his speaker boxes. And since the roll bar is only sitting about a 1/16 of an inch off of the side of his hardtop, it tends to vibrate. And for those of you who have driven the FJs, they were loud to begin with. This one, I don't know how he puts up with it, but all the power to him, because the noise to me is just way beyond what I would put up with. We'll get a clear space of road and we'll head on out. Now this is also the same road that we did our test with our BJ70, both before and after we put a turbocharger on it. So let's get a move on here. Pulling out. Now this is, I believe, kilometers per hour. So we're heading up our little hill here. Going into third gear. Get everything. There we go. Here comes that vibration of that roll bar. The vehicle does not actually feel anywhere near as bad vibration-wise as the noise is thrown inside. Going into fourth gear. Fourth gear. Heading on down the road. Again, we are on a 33-inch tire, same as the BJ70 was. It was running a 3B, a rebuilt 3B, and we put on a turbo kit that the owner did supply. And we're going into fifth gear. Fifth gear, we're doing just over 100 kilometers an hour, so 65 miles an hour when you go by that speedo. And it seems to be willing to hold on to it quite nicely. This is a 1995 Volkswagen 1.9 turbo diesel AAZ engine. Nothing done to it, on stock. We made it to the Toyota 4Runner vehicle does not work. We do have plenty of oil pressure, as I'm sure you've realized, otherwise by now that motor has been smoked. Yeah, it doesn't have much more, but you will hold somewhere around 60 to 65 mile an hour. There's no wind today, nothing really to speak of anyway. I'm going to turn around here and head back. So you got a vehicle here that weighs in somewhere in the 5,000 pound mark. Granted, we have dropped, I'm sure, 600 or 700 pounds out of the original weight by getting rid of the B series engine and the big old cast iron 4-speed transmission and massive transfer case in favor of an aluminum transmission and transfer case from a 93 Toyota V6 4Runner, and of course the AAZ Volkswagen 1.9 turbo diesel motor. I'm actually quite impressed the way this is moving it. When you realistically look at one of these vehicles and go, there's no taper to that windshield to speak of. And for aerodynamiclessness, if that is such a word, if it's not, I'm calling it one from now on. The roof line overhangs that front windshield by near 6 inches. So you can't get much more drastically non-aerodynamic than one of these FJ40s. And again, 33-inch tires, and here we go down the road one more time.